With around 40% of dogs and 30% of cats being considered overweight or obese, it's really important to know what their body condition score is. Now, Nicole, explain what this is and how we do it.
Absolutely. So body condition scoring is a system that vets use to communicate with pet parents, and it gives us a way of measuring the body condition or weight of our pet. So in Australia, we use a scale of 1 to 5, which is essentially 1 is like ultra thin or underweight, and 5 is seriously overweight or obese. So 2 to 3 is like your perfect weight. Weight is such a key to longevity alongside, their mental health and diet. So it's a really good tactic.
Oh, so it can be a bit harder on some breeds and coat types, like these two little guys here versus Pudding. How do we do it on those that are a bit harder, or what does make it so much harder?
So I think the long-haired ones are the trickiest breeds because they can easily hide a few extra kilos behind that long hair, can't they? And then other breeds like sighthounds, whippets, greyhounds, they can also have quite a thick trunk really before we notice they're overweight. So my favourite tip is actually how I do body condition score pets and teach pet parents, and I will run my hand lightly along their rib cage, and you can do that in the long-haired or the short-haired like Pudding here. You should be able to feel the ribs without having to push in. So you want to lightly go along the sides and should be able to feel it without pushing in.
Okay, all right. And why is it so difficult for some pets to lose weight and for others not so much?
Yeah, it's a little bit like us. So some are blessed with a fast metabolism and others with a little bit of a sluggish metabolism. For a lot of pets, they struggle with the high levels of carbohydrates in the ultra-processed diet. So the carbs are putting a lot of pressure on their liver and their pancreas to produce all the enzymes and hormones to try and process that. So I've no doubt every pet that comes to see me with weight issues, if I move them to a fresh food diet, high protein, high fat, low carbs, the weight comes off.
So if you need to reduce, your vet said, okay, they need to lose some weight, it can be really tough for pet parents to know, well, what does this mean? If whatever I'm feeding them, how do I know to reduce this and how much is too much or not enough?
Yeah, that's really true. So I think firstly, measure. Lots of people don't even measure their pet's food. And then my rule of thumb is I drop it by 25% or a quarter. So if you do that, you should expect an average weight loss of 1 to 2% a week. So for a 10 kilo dog, about 100 grams to 200 grams. If you're not achieving that, it's probably time to see the vet because you might need to explore some underlying issues like an underactive or an overactive thyroid, because that can affect weight management too.
Okay, we just need to reduce their food intake a little bit, go fresher.
Yes, and also sometimes pick leaner protein. So sometimes even just switching to kangaroo instead of chicken could be enough to dramatically change the weight.
So a little embarrassing shout out to my parents here. They are always being told off about Joe, the border collie. So I've just put him on Big Dog Kangaroo to help him shift some pounds.
That is one of my, I actually often do that. It's a great product, that one, I love it.
Yeah, lovely. All right, well, if you'd like to find out more, we're going to have an article on our website to help you understand body condition scoring. And if you'd like to learn more about the Big Dog Pet Foods Fresh Raw Diet, visit their website. Thanks, Nick.
Absolute pleasure.
All right, I think you're doing okay. Your brother, I'm not so sure about.